Here we go. Using the skid steer to load these bales. I don't have the bucket on today. I've been looking at my invention here, and I see it's already starting to crack. There must be too much twist in it. And I think there's too much flex in this pipe here when it moves. So I'm thinking I have to lay a piece of steel on here out to here to take that force that's going on. Yeah, sure, this is bridged that way, but there must be enough flex in that tube, and I've welded it there before, and all that does is tear out, so that means it is flexing. I'll have to do some thinking though. But anyway, that's what I'm doing here now. I'm loading it, which is no big deal. I mean, it's easy to do. You just got to get out of the outfit. Everything's around me. Hit up Gannon's animals here next. Trying to bail for them, and then I want to start. We got to put fuel in the skid steer. So this thing here is just under full, and the skid steer is almost where the light's going to come on and start squealing at me. And I've got a bale here that I can put in. So we'll put that in and grind it for Gannon's cows. And then I see Gannon's got some hay here for me, and I brought 2 bales, and I think there's 3 or 4 more straw bales. So that'll work out. I get that all ground up. Come back in a few.
Well, good afternoon. We got the chores done, and our calves will be leaving tomorrow, right around noon. And while I was gone trucking this last week, Dad had cleaned out the barn. He put one half in the driveway here and the other half over a ways, but we don't have enough room over there. So Dad parked her here. I gotta hop on the tractor real quick, and then I'll finish talking. But long story short, this pile has to be moved in order to drive trucks in here back up to the barn, so that's where we load our calves. Dad was trying to spread some, but the reason he had to pile it was because the top beater on the manure spreader here, he just took it apart and checked it out here. The keyway had sheared right off. And the reason he took that sprocket off is because he had to change that bearing on that top roller. But Dad just wasn't having a good day, so he wasn't able to spread it. So he just took her out of the barn, put her there. And here we are. And now we still can't spread because we don't have the bearing or a keyway. And so we're just going to be piling this in the pasture. Like we do on some years when it's too wet or too much snow out in the field. And there's the other half of the barn right there. I don't know how many loads you want to say, maybe 10 loads? Around there, 10 to 15 it looks like. And while Dad was tearing apart the beater system, I just got done greasing the skid steer because as I was doing chores, she was getting a little squeaky. Calves are right on the other side of this wind fence here, eating their grain. I got their pen fed. I put 2 hay bales. Grabbed some ground up barley hay and some ground up millet hay and another feeder, and then I tried putting some Sudan grass in another feeder, see if they like that. But the cows do. And otherwise, yeah. So I'll bring you back when I'm en route to the pasture. Give me the go-ahead. In a previous video, this tractor had went to town to get some work, and Dad couldn't find the camera the day it arrived back on the farm, so I never footage of that. But knock on wood, she's been running good. All she does in the winter is haul manure, and occasionally if 4430 breaks down, we'll throw it on the tub grinder. But usually if the one 4430 breaks down, we pull out the other 4430 that's on the baler tractor. And like the past few years, we swapped the engine on it 1 year, so we had that in the shop and used the baler tractor. Another year, Dad had accidentally tipped it over in the ditch as he was trying to clear snow. Accidentally hooked the shoulder and it sprung him into the ditch, so then we had to replace the cab on it. And then I believe last year it's on YouTube that we had injector problems. Dad's been putting hay in the barn and putting cows back in. My cows there will be the last ones to go in. So I got to pull up here in the back end and I'll pull up here. And it looks like these cows are coming. Cool. Only complaint I had for Dad putting that manure right there is now this is our main road to get in and out of the barnyard here. Well, we also have a driveway down there, but now that the manure was sitting there a few days, I wonder how much of a mess it's going to be underneath, because it would have definitely thawed the dirt a little bit. So hopefully it doesn't scratch too much. We just added a whole bunch of clay and gravel in here this fall. But she should be fine. Looks cool. But trust me, it doesn't smell cool. Well, that should do it. I believe it was 6 or 7 loads. Hey, Betty. I will plug the tractor in case Dad feels like doing the other half of the barn. He's just pulling the skid steer in the shop. But I will bring you back tomorrow when we get the calves loaded up.